He's on probation for a misdemeanor, if I recall correctly, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hardy, I have this acknowledgement waiver of rights for a probation violation. You just signed it here this morning. Just saw you sign it, actually. Is that your signature?
Yes.
Any questions at all about the rights in this form?
Thank you.
You understand you don't have to admit or plead true to these probation violation allegations. You can have a hearing you want, if you want one. By pleading true, you're waiving all these rights. You understand that?
Yes.
So you're waiving your right to a hearing in front of me, right?
Yes.
And you're waiving your right to have your attorney represent you at that hearing and cross-examine any witnesses or call witnesses yourself. You understand that?
Yes.
You're also waiving your right to have me order into court evidence and witnesses that might be favorable to you. You understand?
Yes.
You're also waiving your right not to be found in violation of the rules of probation unless the state convinces me it's more likely than not that you violated them. You understand?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Any questions at all about any of the other rights on this probation violation form here?
No, sir.
Do you take any drugs or alcohol
I have not.
before coming to court that would affect your ability to understand these rights?
No.
Okay. Other than this plea agreement, anyone make any threats or promises in order to get you to plead true to the probation violations there?
No, sir.
Okay, I've reviewed the probation violation. There's a sufficient factual basis to substantiate the plea, and that your waiver of rights is knowing, intelligently, and voluntarily issued. So the probation violation, which was filed back in June 21st, 2018, how do you plead? Are the allegations true or not true?
True.
State wish to be heard on sentencing?
That's a hard question. We responded. We did try something more. This is essentially a do-over. It was
Hit the reset button, huh?
very quick.
Okay.
And hopefully the time he spent incarcerated will impress upon him the importance of his obligations with probation and the mental health counseling, his understanding that he has to get involved in counseling promptly on his release, and that will hopefully also serve to help him with along the way with his compliance.
Any questions?
Very little to add, Your Honor. I would just note that this was largely a product of very unstable housing for Mr. Hardy.
Remember, he was couch surfing and mom didn't know where he was, and
Exactly.
I remember.
He's very young. He doesn't have much experience with the criminal justice system. But I've spoken with him, and PBO Conover has spoken with him. I think he has a better understanding of what his obligations are and a better plan for reaching out to PBO Conover in the event that he has to leave a residence.
Okay. All right. Does he find what she's saying? All right. Mr. Hardy, that sentence is imposed. Report to probation today. Get back on track.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And is do-over one word or two for purposes of the record? I'm just curious.
Probably.
Is it two? Is it hyphenated?
Probably I could.
All right. Thank you.
This is Nicholas Burke.
I just have one more.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Bird, why don't you have a seat? Sit down. Okay, we're here because Mr. Bird has a probation violation pending. There was a condition of his bail when I arranged Mr. Bird that he report daily to the Superior Court by 9 a.m. That was after a hearing. Like the state wanted him detained. As I put in the order that I issued last week, Mr. Burt failed to appear on 2 days. And I I think prior to that, he failed to report, and I'd given him a couple of oral warnings when he did report, and he can't just not show up. So here we are. What's the state's position on bail pending the probation violation, which is scheduled for the 26th of July?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would ask that he be detained until next week on Sunday evening for the reasons the state already gave you.
Commissioner Schiffelbein?
Thank you, Your Honor. On Monday, Mr. Byrd did not call me initially, but what he told me today was that his grandmother's door was, his great-grandmother's door was broken into, and that the police were called, and that morning he was dealing with that situation at home, and that's why he wasn't in court. He did try to call me afterwards on Monday and on Tuesday. I was in the office probably a total of 2 hours those days. And I did tell my secretary to try to limit my voicemails. And so what he's telling me is he called, I wasn't there, and he was told to call back. And he called several times, but didn't leave a voicemail, and actually never got a hold of me that day. He indicated he tried to call the courts, but I think he was on a long wait for some period of time. And then he indicated he spoke to somebody, but was sort of transferred. And nobody really was able to direct him what to actually do. He was at a gas station. On Wednesday, he was in court. He was arrested in the courtroom. He actually did leave me a voicemail Wednesday morning, I think from the bathroom right before the sheriff picked him up, telling me I got a warrant, told me to take you here or sleep in jail. So he was here on Wednesday. He doesn't, I don't know that I want to call them justifications for him not being here on Monday and Tuesday, but he certainly had things going on that I think show that he wasn't just not showing up for no reason at all. While he's been out, he hasn't been reporting except for his prior 2 days where he told the court that he had some trouble just getting here. He doesn't live in Keene instead of hoping to get here. But he is still attending IOP. He was set to graduate in a few weeks. I assume that would be pushed back given his week-long absence. But all the reasons that the court ordered his release initially, I think, are still here. The fact that he missed 2 hearings, but again showed up. He showed up on Wednesday. I don't think shows the court that he's a risk of flight. The fact that he's continued in IOP, I think, helps mitigate any risk of danger that the court can find to himself or others. So the reasons that the court released him, I think, are all there. Is it reasonable to hold him because he was gone for 2 days and showed up on the 3rd day under the circumstances? I don't think so, especially given new changes to the bill reform that are coming out in a month and a half. So we ask that he be released on the same conditions. If this were to happen in 2 months, I don't think the court could hold him on cash bail or could detain him given the evidence before the court.
Well, the reason I issued the warrant was because it wasn't his first 2 non-appearances, and there was some concern when I issued the conditions of his release about his ability to be in Keene and participate in IOP in Keene, and probation's ability to provide the supervision necessary. And my concern was also kind of what his level of motivation was to comply with rules and regulations of probation. State, you wanted to say something? You stood up, and I didn't acknowledge what you were going to say.
I was just going to state that I think the court would still be able to detain people in the appeals.
Oh, yeah,
New law
yeah.
in the future, but other than that, unless the court has questions.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Burgess told me he's able to live with his great-grandmother in Keene, so I think some of the transportation issues.
Is she the one who had the house broken into? I thought his great-grandmother, or was it his grandmother?
His grandmother was in Hinsdale.
Chesterfield.
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 And so his great-grandmother's in Keene, he'll be able to live there. So I also agree that the court can detain, but I don't think that makes sense.
All right, I'm going to mull this one over. I'll issue a bail order after I give this some more thought, but it'll be by noon today since I have no other hearings. Okay, thank you. Until then, bail remains revoked. Mr. Burt, if I do issue an order, it's by noon, and I do decide to release you, you have to report to probation today,
Okay,
okay?
definitely will.
And I'll make sure the jail gives you a copy of any order that I email out. Thank you all.
Thank you.